A recent UW Health study shows electronic medical notes are the size of a novel now, meaning it's hard to find relevant information to help patients. The transition from all paper to electronic medical notes have many benefits for physicians, but now they create new obstacles. The study found that in 2006, the average patient had about 5 medical notes, and today they have 359. UW Health is in the process of finding new tools to help scan documents to find the most relevant patient information.
What people need to realize is that telling one human being that they need to personally assimilate all that information for a patient, that is becoming a more difficult task, and we need to start researching technologies that do that. One thing that